What's up guys, it's Dino here. Welcome to another episode on the BlockHeart server. Today I'm going to be decorating my restaurant, pool bar and bar area in the spawn town. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you do and subscribe if you're new here to support my channel. We're almost at that 3,000 subscriber target. So the build itself, if we go up and have a look at the space we've got up here, so this here is going to be a restaurant. And I've already got a bit of an idea of how I want this to look. I've got the colour palette down, so it's going to be sort of blues and lighter colours. We've got packed ice in here, and then we've got nether bricks and stuff for that we can use for chairs and seats. So we're going to have to get a stone cutter. And then the next space in here, there's going to be a kitchen. This is a bit more RP. People aren't really ever going to come in here. But we'll have a little kitchen, and I'm thinking of getting a couple of little villagers who kind of stand in the window here, and a couple of waiter villagers. And then in here, indoor seating for the bar. And again, up here, we'll have in the bar area in here, we'll have a couple of villagers who serve both the inside bar and the pool bar. And then out here, we've got the pool area with an outdoor seating, and we're going to have some sunbeds and things like that over here. I actually wrote sunbeds. I think I would have remembered that. And then we got the infinity pool that looks down into the restaurant, over onto spawn, and out onto the new sort of city district over here that we're building up. And one thing I did late at night was, I probably should have left it for this episode. Technically it's not interior, but I did like a little service walkway over here onto the roof, and I just did a bit of decorating because I love doing little details and stuff like this. I think it adds quite a lot to builds, especially when you're flying over, which you do a lot around here in Spawn. None of it makes sense. I don't really know what any of it's meant to be or do, but I like it. It's cool. I'm going to get a stone cutter. I thought I was ready to start building, but I'm not. And then I'm going to start laying things out. In fact, I can actually do a little bit of a layout down in the restaurant as we start. So floor wise, I think it's fine like this. White, because that's kind of the theme. Maybe we'll do half slabs towards this end, but then that makes it more difficult to do the tables. So I think I'm going to keep it white. Is it one block deep? It is. We can't really... We can have a different floor here because we've got that underneath. So maybe we'll do that. Let's just root the floor up, and then we'll put in a slightly better texture floor. And I think for that, I'm going to use calcite. That's about as far as we can go with that. Right, we've got rid of the floor. Let's try it with calcite. Okay, I can already tell that I'm going to hate it, so I'm not going to finish it. We're going to try one more thing. I've got an idea for what else we could put here. Okay, I kind of really like that, and it's different. So we are going to go with light grey terracotta. This is all I had, I think, from stealing it from the Trial Ruins. So we're going to go and make use for the first time of Brennan's shop. So let's just get a few diamonds out. I don't know how much he's selling things for, but I don't think it's that expensive. And then let's just make a little bit of room. Don't tell anyone I'm littering. Okay, so his terracotta shop's just up the main street up here. Look how cool this thing is. So cool. He's done a really good job. And an even better job with displaying the terracotta inside glass like that. So creative, so good. Right, light grey terracotta. He needs to label these, I think. That's the only thing. Oh no, don't tell me he hasn't got any. That's light grey, right? That's white. That's cyan. Brown. No way. The only one he doesn't have is grey. Wait, maybe that's grey. Let's keep looking. There's nothing in there. Okay. There's a couple he doesn't have yet. Oh, that's throwing a spanner in the works. Oh, come on. Can you mate? Wait, has he got normal? Where's no? I don't think he's going to stock normal because he wants people to buy the colours off him and not make their own, I guess. Right, we'll go to the desert. Oh, for God's sake. Turn night as I'm going there. So I thought I would seek refuge in this hot air balloon up here. This stuff's really cool out here on the fringes. People have been building stuff out here like the wizard tower and stuff. It's really cool. Alright, we're back at my old mine over here, my old terracotta mine. I don't have a beacon, so I'm only going to mine like a couple stacks and then we'll get back and get building. There's like grey, and then I completely forgot, but then you have to cook it. Can you just put it in here? Let's just put them in our furnaces. God damn, this is taking a long time. All I wanted to do is make a floor. We're nearly there though, we're nearly there. It's all part of the process. And there's our light grey terracotta. Let's wait for that to cook. Okay, I'm really happy with this pattern. What I've done is I've gone across like this and then just turned around and done that. It's created this really cool wavy sort of thing. And I think actually it looked quite cool from above, from the pool as well. But that's about as much as we can do without going over the borders, I think. Yeah, I mean, we could... That's still in the building there. We could go one more out. But then, yeah, no, then we'll be peeking out the windows. So it's okay. We don't need it to be that big. So I imagined that the tables would be nice as packed ice. So we'll do like, we'll leave a gap. So we'll leave a 2 gap and then the tables can be kind of like this. Anyway, I'll play around with that. We've now got our this thing. And I also had a couple of ideas for new ways of doing plants. I thought maybe we could try something with... What I'd really like to do is put fires on these. But that's so difficult. I guess you could put campfires on them. But yeah, it's just a bit difficult because you can't like put... I wish you could put blocks in there. Can you do that with pistons? We're going to have to try. We're going to try. And then we'll have also... oh no, they connect. Composters connect, but that's okay. And the idea was that we'll do... like fire, and then plants. You can put cactus flowers on almost everything, but apparently not directly on composters, which is annoying. So we'll get some fences and try that. And then that looks kind of cool. It's annoying when you look into it, it's kind of floating. Maybe we could fill this with compost. That looks cool and modern, so we'll try that for now. It actually doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. I kind of like it. So I was thinking of doing blue themed chairs, but actually, now that I look at the room, it needs something else. It needs like a contrast. So we're going to do red. We're going to go with nether brick and mangrove. And what we're going to do specifically, if we put our stone cutter down, we're going to make some... I think at first we're going to try with bricks, just because... oops. I made all of them. I didn't mean to do that. So we're going to do something a little bit like this. So put the minecarts in there. We'll come over here, put it down on that block. And that's the back of the chair. We could either try doing like that. Oh, it's so nearly perfect. I'm still not entirely settled on the red. I might switch all of this out for blue for the warp stuff, just to see if that looks any better. I like it. I just don't know if it super fits yet. But I've got a problem. This one table here, I cannot put a trap door here because this door is on that block. But after a few minutes of thinking about it, I think I've come up with a solution. And if this works, it's going to be amazing. So what I'm going to do is put... Well, that's already wrong. Is put a trapdoor in that block there. Trapdoor down. Oh my god, please work. And we also should put the door back, shouldn't we? Oh my god. I did it. I don't care that it's out on this side. It's actually out less than it was on this side, because you won't see that from in here, only from inside. I'm not too fussed about that. And then we can just put back our door there and our trapdoors there. Not like that. Anyway, I'm super happy with it. We've got 2 4 top tables and 3 2 top tables, which is pretty good. And I've sorted the lighting issue out. I'm just going to do like I did in the office building. The lighting is going to go under the villager minecarts. We probably don't need too many, but I'm going to put up as many as I can. So that the whole room's lit up. So one there, one here would light up a lot of the room. And then I guess the edges are okay because of the campfires. So yeah, let's work on that. And then for now, this room's done, but I also want a bit of greenery, so I might try and work on, maybe we'll have ferns or bushes on the actual tables in the middle, on the big four tops, sorry. And then next is the kitchen. Now this is going to be a very different vibe in here. I think it's a kitchen, so it doesn't need to be like out there. I'm going to have something like, maybe in here I can use stony blocks and stuff like that. Calcite. I'll use calcite in here. That makes more sense. Yeah, that looks a little bit more kitchen-like. Maybe I can mix in some black blocks to make it like the stereotypical checkered floor. And then we're just going to have a bunch of smokers in here. I'll make like a big grill, pizza oven type thing, and obviously some furnaces. So let's get to work with that. Okay, so I've got a bit more done in here. We've got some placemats, some little plants in the middle. I really like the way this looks, so I'm going to keep this as the way it is at the moment. The kitchen I've been working on, now this has taken me a long time just to get everything that I want in here. So we've got the pizza oven in the corner. I used resin just so it stands out a bit because I can't use brick because the walls are brick. I actually quite like this. At first I wanted to use magma. I haven't got any on me. The magma blocks, but I decided to go with just a campfire down there just so you can see the smoke and a little slit like a pizza oven. Then we got a grill here, and what I was actually doing just a second ago was getting some meat. So I think because the grill's there, maybe we should do a cooked one. So we'll put that in there. Let's have it like that, and then we'll just make this item frame invisible using the armor stand book. There we go. That's pretty cool because looms do look a bit like grills. And then I've been trying to work out how to make the piping look good. That looks good. I was going to have more coming like across here, but I don't know. That makes it a little bit busy, I think. I don't know. That could work. We'll revisit that if the roof is a bit plain and not textured enough. And then this big central island, again, we're just going to be making this stuff invisible. There we go. And then I wanted to have like some herbs and things. So we'll just have like stuff like shelves like that. And then we don't really have a fridge, but I think I'm going to do something here with like, we've still got ice and stuff. So I've been battling for a while how to make this work because we've got a half slab floor here because underneath there's various other blocks. I've managed to make these little bar stool things here. It's just a stair with some trapdoors. But I wanted these ones to be a bit more cozy, and I want people to be able to actually come in here and sit down. So I've come up with an idea, which I think is pretty cool. So basically, similar to what we did with the trapdoor downstairs, I'm actually going to put minecarts in these positions here. Then I'm going to remove the rail, because rails can be pushed with pistons, so let's get rid of that. And that leaves the cart there. Then we're just going to take our pistons. So let's just drop that book there. The book's are for something else, actually, that I was doing. And we're going to put a stair there. Piston, well, redstone there. And a piston there. That'll push the stair into the block. Now this should allow us to sit down. How cool is that? And it could be like, I know it's a bit silly that they're so low down, but it could be like, I don't know if you've ever been to like a Moroccan restaurant, like where you have tagine and stuff, and you kind of sit on those little pillows on the floor and the table's really low down. I went to one a couple of years ago in Cambridge. That was pretty cool. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to have these, and it's going to be like a nice cozy little sit on the floor bar place, and people can actually come up here and they can sit here at AFK or meet up with their friends on the server and have some tagine. So I'm just going to get on with that and put these in, and that will be this little bar area. I might put a little bit of detailing in, and then we're going to try and get some villagers to actually be here in the bar, just for a bit of RP style. So yeah, let's get on with that. Okay, that's done now. That actually took quite a while. It looks strange, but I actually kind of like it. think I prefer these ones where you can see the whole side of the minecart. But anyway, because they're kind of locked in, the minecarts can't move, which is good. And I've tested, you can sit in all of them, so that's good. This is a weird thing. I think I'm going to, I'm hoping this doesn't mess with any of them, but where the glass is, I'm going to put back the half slabs like that, so that you can sit and look out the window, which was kind of the original idea. So let's just put all of the panes back. I had to do this though, or otherwise the piston pushes the cart kind of like off the edge there, so it wasn't as good. I am starting to think maybe the floor shouldn't be white, but then that was all kind of part of this. Maybe these. Hey, that minecart's just falling out the window. Why is that? I didn't see that happening, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. I don't know if I pushed it or... let's go grab that. But anyway, we'll polish that up. I'm going to play around because maybe the floor should be something different. It's white out here, so... Well, maybe these seats should be a different colour. Oh, yeah. I'm going to replace all these and just see if we can get a better colour. So let's make room for the piston again. Okay, there we go. I've mixed it up a bit. We've got resin and nether bricks at each 2 tables. I also removed the floor because I thought, why do we actually need it to be a half slab floor? I could just put carpets in, then these will look like chairs, but let's just put the floor back in to see if it still looks like the cool low down effect that I wanted. For now, this is fine for me. It's kind of what I envisioned it to be. It's better with these coloured chairs, so 2 to each table, than it was with all just being white, I think. That was a bit flat. So I'm going to do some little bits of decoration. So let's get some candles. I think I might have some paintings as well for the walls. What do we have left? We've got nothing in the candle chest. I think I've put them somewhere when we were doing the parkour course, and I don't know where they've gone. So we're going to have to make some more. It's just honeycomb and string to make candles, and we want them coloured. I'm not sure what colour I want them just yet. How do you do it? It's like that. They're pretty cool just like that, but we are going to want some in various different colours. We've got a lot of strings, it's okay. So let's make 24 of those. And then colour-wise, the colour scheme up there seems to be a lot of blue and white, so maybe we'll have some blue. And we've got light blue. I've just put a painting down, and that is a completely different painting. Have they added more in 1.2 and 1.5? I've never seen that before, and it is sick. That is so cool. That's new too! What? I did not know that they added more paintings. That's amazing. I always love it when they add paintings. It's usually my favourite bit of any update, because I use them a lot. Wicked. I hope they've added new 1x1 ones, because I don't think we have enough of those. But let's just do that. They're different. That's good. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It actually weirdly started to look more like a restaurant up here than down here. I guess different styles. Different styles. So I'm going to be using one of the new features to decorate, or at least I want to. I'm going to need to find some sand somewhere for the actual blocks, because I don't want to nick any from Sam's area over here in Pueblo. But what I'm going to be using is the dry grass, which has just been added to deserts. Simple and Brennan and I went out to find some far away in a stream a few days ago. When this episode comes out, it's probably like over a week. But anyway, what we're going to do is just bone meal them, because it keeps just growing more and more of them, and we want the tall ones. So let's just keep that going. Okay, so we'll take the tall ones. I think they're the ones we want. So where are we going to put them? Well, we're going to have some beds. Let's just work out where they're going to go first. I think they're going to go like one... Is 2 blocks enough? We brought them with us so we can try it out. Let's just... I know I should use a stone cutter for this, but let's just use a crafting bench for now. So stone cutter's downstairs. I think you still get the same amount. Yeah, you get 6. That's fine. So we'll have 1 offset to... So here... Let's just try like that. Does that look sunbeddy enough? I think it does. I think that might be too long. That's too long, yeah. And then we'll just have a nice little gap between them so that we've not got too much clutter up here. Or should they be one apart? Because I also we'll do some one apart. Yeah, that's a good idea. And then they can have a little, we'll put a little table here and then something like this. And then the decor. So I was thinking these cool little new grass things can go, they can kind of be, this is where it gets a bit tricky, because then it changes the appearance of the building from below, but we'll see. And we can do something like that. I think that looks really cool. That looks kind of like how I want it to look, like a bit chic and and modern, you know, pool bar vibes. 1, 2, 3. We'll have something else there. 1, 2, 3. Sand there. 1, 2, 3. Maybe 2 apart. Okay, so I've put the campfires down. I'm not a big fan of this, so we're going to try something different. I'm not sure about the smoke. I don't like that you can see the wood on the campfire. So let's grab that. I've got 2 ideas now. Normal flame, and we'll cover that with trapdoors maybe. And then on this side, this is just to test which one looks better. I'm not going to have both. That will look silly. And on this side, blue flame. So let's light those up. I did blue flame on soft sand. So, see, I think following the blue theme would be cool. But this is just a normal flame, and that is also cool. So, oh god, I'm in another one of those situations where it's going to take me a while to decide. That's cooler. I think we're going to go normal flame. If anyone disagrees with me, let me know in the comments. If enough people do, we'll have to change it, won't we? But I think normal flame looks cool. I think maybe it's a bit too much having the blue flames. I like things to make sense as well, so let's get that on there. Alright, we're finally getting rid of a little bit of the office cart system that we used to get the villagers up there, and we're going to use the bits that we salvaged from it over on the new track that goes to the restaurant. I've already built that. There's just no rails or anything on it yet, or redstone. So I think maybe if we start here, it will come up, and I've got to go down there and pick up. Oh. And yeah, this always takes a little bit of time. I've also got to make sure that my breeder is still working. I haven't actually been down there for a while. I was probably backlogged with loads of villagers, to be fair, because chunks have been loaded. Anyway, we'll salvage all this. Okay, our journey doing all of the minecarts has begun. My god, it's loud. It's quite a cool little track, this. It makes me kind of want to build one for us to play on. But yeah. Let's grab that. Oh, so there's our first cook. He's going to go right there. I just realised this guy just turned into a chef. That's so cool. It's because of the smokers. We should definitely match them up to the professions. That's such a good idea. I need this guy to be a chef, so let's push him over that way a little bit in front of the smoker, so he gets an apron on. Come on, bud. Oh. Something's happening. He's a fisherman. Why is he a fisherman? Why is he a fisherman? Isn't that barrels that make you a fisherman? Barrels are over there. Very confused, bud. Why are you a fisherman? Do I have barrels hidden in the walls or something? I want him to be a chef as well. Come on. Right. That's become the new mission now. I need them all to be wearing aprons, because that is RP as hell. How do I do that? I just need him... I don't know what made him a fisherman, though. That's what's annoying me here. Let's put... We can't put anything anywhere. It's very cramped in here. We don't want him to change, so... Don't you... You can just give them an emerald and they... Oh, he's a butcher. He's not... Yeah, yeah. I mean, butchers look like chefs. He's got robes on. So, that's good enough for me. Hey, there we go. So we got another one grown. We've got 2 more down there, so we only need them to breed 1 more, really. He goes there. Trigger the tripwire hook, bud. There we go. And away they go, and I'll follow him. These two have both got aprons now. He finally succumbed. I don't know, I wasn't here when it happened, but it happened. Also, there we go, apron, and then we'll just... Oh, I had the emeralds with me. Where did I... I think I know where I put them. To keep his apron on him. There we go. And now we can put this back where it belongs. Here. Up here in the old bar, I think what I'm going to do is these guys, I'm going to give them a stone cutter because let's hope he adapts quickly. There we go. All black. So it looks like a waiter, I guess. It's also kind of like an apron, so it still looks a bit... hospitality type, so we'll trade. I like that. We'll keep all black. And we'll actually keep that there because the next villager and the final villager is going to go there. Okay, here we have the final villager. Now, I've got something slightly different planned for this guy. So I'm going to knock... yeah, we're going to knock that block out there, which should bring him straight down here onto this track. And then we're just going to push him the rest of the way. I haven't done any powered carts down here. Don't need them. Let's get him into the entrance. Right up against the wall. And then we're going to have a... Should it be facing him or facing out? That's what I don't know. Because I think it'd be cool to have a book here that people can sign and stuff. Do you have to take the book out? You do. Do you know what? For now, we'll have it facing him. We can change it later. It doesn't matter too much. And then, I guess, to keep him in there, he'll be able to walk out here. I think we should have a barrel. And I've had a thought. And I was thinking maybe we sell something here. And I don't want to take the golden carrot permit just because I have a good permit and other people might want in on the permits. So someone else might want golden carrots, for example. So what I'm going to do is, I think, for now, I'm going to sell cakes there, because I could trade cakes. People like cake. Okay, finally, these guys are all where they should be, who they should be, and we are ready to seal the building up and start getting rid of all of these tracks, and then do a little tour. Wowee! I think we are just about done with this building. So let's do our quick tour, the moment of truth. So we'll start here. It's about to turn night, but actually it's quite nice up there at night. So start here. I've added a little sign here that just points you towards Gold Carrot and Permit Office, and I've done up the road. I've put a couple of these little temporary lighting things in here because this is going to be a building I've marked out soon. Anyway, here we go. Past Permit Office. Here's the entrance to the Golden Carrot. So down here, we've got like a little lobby with a reservation book here. In fact, I took that out because I was giving him a profession, but there we go. We've named him. These are all references to different people in pop culture, in movies, TV, whatever. And obviously, this is supposed to be Fred Sirius. I don't know why. And then we've got a cake box, cakes for sale in here. I'll go get some more, do some more trades. So up we go into the restaurant. You spawn in right here with all the great views. We've got our ice tables, our plants, our fires, and our new 1.2 and 1.5 cactus flower decorations in here. I think it's quite nice and clean in here. I like it. And then we have all of our chefs. We've got our maitre d', Philippe Jean. We've got our head chef, Ramsey Gordon. Gala Monica over here. And Boyle Charles on meat. I won't tell you what all the references are. You probably know them. Comment down below if you know all of them and what they're from. Then we've got our bar, which is a little bit lighter coloured. Oh, it's still block missing there. I'll do that after this. So in here, it's less lit, so it's lightly lit. And that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be a bit more intimate in here. And you can sit in all the seats, obviously. Mobs cannot spawn in here because these are half slabs and these have all got things on them and our stairs. Then we've got our bar up here with our 2 barmen. Sislak Mo on this side, in the inside bar. And then outside in the pool bar, we've got Mitchell Peggy. Then we've got the actual pool area with our sunbeds, our cool, modern, I can't remember what it's called, desert grass, and our fires. And then, of course, we've got our swimming pool above the restaurant. I think I'm pretty happy with this. It's been a lot of work, a lot of different types of blocks. It took me something like 10 or 11 shulker boxes to clear out all of the drop chests, the project chests I was using. But I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with the detailing and the little touches for other people to come have a look at, like this fridge freezer back here that I did. There's no way of opening these doors at the moment, but I will make a way. So we've got like fish and chicken and meat and stuff on ice in there. And then we've got like these plant pots and stuff which are supposed to look like herbs and spices for the chefs. And then cocoa bean pod there that's growing that they can use in the food. We've got grills and piping and just a solution to the lighting in here because it was dark. I didn't know where to put the lighting. Then we've got like watermelons, pumpkins and storage, and I might fill these things up. And then obviously we have, oh my god, I forgot I was holding an ender pearl. Then we've got a bell for them to call or when a ticket's ready or whatever. I hope that doesn't freak them all out. And then we've got the pizza oven, which I'm really proud of. I like the way that turned out. I think that's a good touch. So yeah, that's the restaurant, bar and pool. I've had a lot of fun doing this. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought it would, but I'm glad I did it. And we will be doing more interiors. I've already got a few more interiors planned out. So now we've done the office over in that building. We've done the restaurant, bar and pool in this building. Off cam, I'm not going to do this on cam, but off cam I'm going to be doing the permit office here, and it's going to be very simple. We've got another shop space and we are going to be opening another shop. I just need to work out what it is I'm selling, and that'll be in here. But for now I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with the office up there. I'm happy with the restaurant, bar, pool area, and this building is really coming together, and it will be complete soon, and then we can move on to other things. So yeah, let me know what you think of the restaurant, bar, pool. Guys, please like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're new here to help the channel out. I want to get more and more content out, to do more and more cool builds and things like that. So that really helps when you guys subscribe and comment. And yeah, see you in the next episode. Take care.